methods. But have a look at this. Marnus Labuschagne is playing across one, looking to play too square towards the leg umpire, and misses the line and gets LBW. A very similar ball, Josh Inglis, who likes to stay slightly beside the line, just taps it down to long on for a single. Different methods, but this one more effective. And a very similar one, defended by Stephen Smith here. Jadeja is slowly but steadily putting the pressure, not giving away those boundaries, just the one slog sweep of him.
And there's a great example right there, presenting the full face. Because Jadeja can beat you off the wicket, he's got a great ability to change his pace up or down without giving away too many cues to the batter. It's so accurate.
It's a much better surface from a batsman's point of view than the game against New Zealand. I saw in that game Kane Williamson got 81, but he was struggling to control the game. It was a good fighting innings from him. But here Steve Smith's able to control it a little bit better, I think, and that's got to do to some extent with the surface.
Yeah, it certainly does. Josh Inglis has got an unusual technique at times. He gets very low in his setup. Gives him a great ability to judge length, particularly off someone like Jadeja. That's the end of the 25th. It's 125 for 3.
Zero Lifestyle की रीगल AI स्मार्टवॉच, पाकिस्तान's first AI-enabled smartwatch with true always-on display और बहुत कुछ. ZeroLifestyle.co.
यूफोन 4G की सुपर 5 ऑफर लगाएगा 1 और इस्तेमाल करेंगे 5. शेयर करो तो 100 GB डेटा. यूफोन 4G के पास डेटा बहुत है.
Excuse me.
क्या हुआ?
Sting, taste भी, taste भी.
I was talking about Josh Inglis, how his body height is low. He gets his eyes low, and DK, you're a great player of spin. Just gives you the ability to judge length, particularly against guys who bowl straight down into the surface. Very rarely. Jadeja is someone who goes up out of the hand. Everything's into the wicket. Varun Chakravarti, although he's more of a leg break and googly bowler, he's very similar. Doesn't give the ball any flight.
And he puts that in the gap again. Excellent use of putting away a bad ball. He got a short ball and straight away boundary. Did that in the previous over with one that was full.
It's good use of the feet. It's not the best delivery, but he gets nice and deep in the crease. It's not out of the middle, but again, he just has one fielder to beat in front of him on the leg side.
You always know what's going on in his mind. It's almost as if he is doing a commentary on his own innings.
He wouldn't be a good poker player, would he? Like you said, you can tell exactly what's going through his mind.
This time there's a fielder. 50 comes up. And a very fine 52 to Steve Smith, who's holding this innings together now. 50 of 68.
You can almost see his determination in his eyes. He wants this badly. He wants to be the guy who could get that big score, that Australia can reach a score probably that is par, above par in fact. Warren's bowling a tad too full here. And with that, come to the end of the 26th over. Australia 133 for 3.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई. कितनी?
New, stronger Pepsi.
एक्टिव लाइफ के साथ दिन रात KNN's डिलाइन।
So Jadeja with his 7th. He's got 1 for 23 so far.
Halfway down, Jadeja would have felt like he was in the game there. It's just an attempt from Steve Smith to try and get after the bowler early in the over. Try and put Jadeja under pressure.
People who step out a lot, the one thing that they do really well is, in case the length is not there, their ability to pull out of the shot and just find a way to take a single or just block it. See Josh Inglis, what you were referring to, Pinchy, how low he is in his stance. It really helps him to get on top of the ball, to judge length well.
For 6. And this just tells you why he's such a good player playing such a good innings. I don't think he overhit it, but from time to time he'll come out, seize the game and go back in. This is a wonderful shot.
He forced the error from Jadeja, using his feet early in the over. That forces Jadeja to just look to go a bit fuller. Like you said, he didn't try and overhit it. That's just a check drive. It's a beautiful shot, 80 metres.
You want to nick his bat, Finchy? Good for another couple of runs here. Normally it's a spinner who's teasing the batter. I think in this case it's the batter with his footwork who's starting to tease the bowler.
The moment Josh Inglis has come in, you can see the run rate has just upped itself, purely with the intent that he's shown.
Catching! Oh, and the wicket. Every time you get the feeling a partnership develops, there's a wicket. This is a wonderful cat and mouse cricket match.
Disappointment for Inglis. Just holds in the surface. Looking to punch down the ground. Just never quite gets to him. Virat Kohli takes a simple catch. Partnership of 34, of just 27 deliveries broken. Inglis goes for 11, it's 144 for 4.
अगर आपको चाहिए दिल का सुकून और आने वाले कल का तहफ़्फ़ुज़, तो इंतखाब कीजिए स्टेट लाइफ तैयब तकाफुल का। तैयब तकाफुल, तहफ़्फ़ुज़ की बात शरीयत के साथ।
नेशनल बैंक और पाकिस्तान।
Fronus presents lithium battery LR51 135A. Constant charge, discharge current, IP40 protection, built-in Wi-Fi. Fronus.
Come on, let's play,
वाह, अगले बड़े सितारे हो तुम।
TCL, inspire greatness.
Right ingredients, right treatment, 100%. तो करें dandruff का सॉफ्टवेयर अपडेट with Hello Hair Anti Dandruff Shampoo. Dandruff 0%, confidence 100%.
नेशनल बैंक और पाकिस्तान।
Very interesting to see how Steve Smith starts playing the situation if he loses another wicket. I think till such time as he's got Maxwell with him, he can play a certain way.
Just stopped on him. He's almost committed into the shot. He's batting really well, feeling good. But when something like this happens, you always need to feel for the batter. It's coming on nicely to the bat, but this one just held in the pitch, and he was committed into the shot, couldn't get out of it. India are not complaining though.
So good in the big games that these Steve Smith and ICC knockout tournaments. Averages 81. 7 innings, 405 runs. Going back to that 2015 World Cup. We will change the topic there before Finchy latches on to who he got the 100 against.
He played a great innings in Sydney World Cup semi-final against India. Great players have a sense of the moment, don't they? More pressure that everybody else feels. They go about their business. Steve Smith has been one of the greats.
Just the way he's played that ball tells me he still hasn't picked Kuldeep. A lot of the times they end up picking it from the pitch. You can see he's looking for the one that's coming back in, but it is a googly. Just held his position there. The bat face telling you almost looking to play it on the leg side.
I like how he's moving his spinners around, not letting the batters get used to one particular bowler. He's got 4 to choose from. Just a little poke, but not enough to get the edge. 146 for 4.
यूफोन 4G की सुपर 5 ऑफर लगाएगा 1 और इस्तेमाल करेंगे 5। शेयर करो तो 100 GB डेटा। यूफोन 4G के पास डेटा बहुत है।
स्टेट लाइफ के प्लैटिनम प्लस प्लान के साथ सिर्फ 3 साल की प्रीमियम अदायगी पर 10 साल की कवरेज। प्लैटिनम प्लस प्लान से पाएं शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट पर लॉन्ग टर्म बेनिफिट्स। मजीद तफसीलात के लिए राब्ता कीजिए statelife.com.pk।
Freshness go on it though. Life mein thoda freshness go on it though. Fresh, I'ma keep it fresh.
Now introducing Hilal Fresh Up Extra with 2 times longer freshness.
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दिन ऑफिस से छुट्टी ना मिलने पर ब्लड प्रेशर ना रेस करें। जोंग मंथली सुप्रीम प्लस लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई जोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
All batters do, don't they? You sit back after you've been dismissed and you kick yourself about the dismissal, but also, could I have got off strike this ball, or did I miss a boundary on that ball? One of the games that doesn't matter how long you play for, you can always be better. And it does funny things to your mind.
Umpire just had a word with Jadeja about where he's going on his follow-through. And having been a left-arm spinner himself, he was almost mimicking the motion.
And this spell so far, Jadeja's picked up a couple. And the next one, very similar, but just stopped on Josh Inglis there.
That was the slowest ball he bowled, and it turned 4 degrees.
It just goes to show how difficult Jadeja is to face. Almost identical deliveries, but his ability to just hold the ball back, get some turn out of the surface.
Headed towards the boundary, and we'll get there 1 bounce. Not sure he was in complete control of that, but all he had to do was clear the infield.
Mid-off up inside the circle. Alex Carey looking to give himself a touch of room. Just shimmies out to the leg side so he can get his hands through the ball. It's a safe shot, even though it's against the turn. It's good proactive batting. It's taking the initiative.
Man out on the boundary, that long on. Mid-off is inside the circle. 6 came off that over, 29 gone. It's 152 for 4.
इस क्रिकेट सीजन मैच के दौरान लाइट जाने पर अपने टीवी को तोड़ने से गुरेज करें। जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स प्लस लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट ऑन माई जोंग ऐप थ्रू माइको।
Excuse me.
क्या हो?
स्टिंग, टेस्ट भी, तेज भी। इस रमजान अपनी ज़कात और अपनी एहतियात अखूद को दीजिए ताकि इल्म की ये शमा जलती रहे।
These two teams play. It's been that way today too.
Kuldeep is someone who's just coming back from a groin injury, and generally when you get an injury, you try and figure out what's the closest you can get to bowling as scientifically well as possible, so that the injuries don't keep recurring. And he's made a couple of small little technical changes. The first one being the height of his jump. A bowler, as he's running in, the one thing that jump does is break his momentum. He's gotten a little taller in terms of his jump. And the after effect of that is him actually releasing the ball slightly lower. And what this does do is have a look at his legs, where he goes around in the 2023 World Cup, whereas here he's a lot more aligned towards the batter. So with this current change that he has done, he will end up bowling a lot better with his googlies. And the previous one, when he used to do, where he used to go across almost and get around the ball, he used to bowl a lot more in terms of the ball coming back in, and hence his speed is dipped as well because of the jump being slightly higher.
Keep the scoreboard ticking, keep the scoreboard ticking. Just had to beat the man at 45. So Gary's come in and starting to make a statement, saying, I'm going to take you on.
Gary always good with the sweeps. This time hitting it instinctively, picking the line, knowing it was just around leg stump.
A man inside the circle at 45. In fact, each of the four outside is either square or in front of the wicket.
He's been batting really well, hasn't he, Aaron?
Yeah, he certainly has been. There's one part that you would say was quite erratic about his batting over the last couple of years. It's when he starts against spin. He'd look to play a lot of sweeps, a lot of reverse, but you can just see the calmness that he's going about his business with now. Everything looks in control.
And brings out the sweep again and plays it well too. There's a fielder there, he'll keep it down to 1. So 6 of the over, it's 158 for 4 after 30.
नई stronger Pepsi? बहुत strong हो गई है भाई. कितनी?
New stronger Pepsi. इस रमजान वाइटल बढ़ाए दस्तरखान की शान. वाइटल टी के साथ पाएं मलका चाट मसाला बिल्कुल मुफ्त.
KNNs, ताकि आपके प्यारों को मिलती रहे safe and healthy chicken.
Pakistan's most reliable solar inverters. नॉक्स से बेहतर कोई नहीं.
इस रमजान वाइटल बढ़ाए दस्तरखान की शान. वाइटल टी के साथ पाएं मलका चाट मसाला बिल्कुल मुफ्त. वाइटल पियो, जिंदगी जियो.
इस क्रिकेट सीजन फ्री क्रिकेट स्ट्रीमिंग ना मिलने की सूरत में इर्द गिर्द के लोगों से लड़ने से परहेज करें. Zong Monthly Pro Max बेसिक लगाएं और देखें फ्री क्रिकेट on my Zong app through Myco.
Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby. Find it all your way to the places.
But he's the man who's often done it for Australia, just holding this innings together. Just the fact that he's captain as well, you can see there's a determination is there to play the big score. Ramiz Raja, Michael Atherton with me. Big role for him. His job is just half done here.
Absolutely, I think he's holding the innings together, as you rightly pointed out, and also I think there is scope for being a little original in style on a surface like this. Whilst there is room for improvisation, but he knows his game. And I think it's worked well for Australia. He's picked a bit of momentum and timing also. I think it's a pitch where you initially struggle to get things going and cracking straight away. This takes a little bit of time to adjust, adapt, and then get going.
What I've liked about this innings is from the outset, it's not just defense. He's mixed caution with aggression. He's looked for the boundary ball as well. And the shot selection has been good. He's picked the gaps nicely. Like you said, he backs his strengths. He doesn't try anything flash. He knows what he's good at and focuses on that more than anything else.
There's a sense of occasion also. Bigger platform, bigger event, and you see him produce his best. Great game awareness.
Golden Pearl White Beauty Face Wash, glutathione दे उजला निखार, coated silica beads से हर दिन पूरा दिन आपके चेहरे को 3D radiance. Golden Pearl White Beauty Face Wash. Love your skin.
स्टेट लाइफ गोल्डन इंडाउमेंट प्लान, सिर्फ 7 साल की अदायगी पर पाएं 20 साल का तहफ़्फ़ुज़. स्टेट लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान.
Ramzan Mubarak. Save on selected products. Safe and healthy chicken. K&N's.
स्टेट लाइफ गोल्डन इंडाउमेंट प्लान, सिर्फ 7 साल की अदायगी पर पाएं 20 साल का तहफ़्फ़ुज़. स्टेट लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान.
It's nicely played. Talk about Smith, but Alex Carey, he's such an important player, such an improved player over the last 18 months or so. Get some invaluable runs lower down the order. And what's good from Smith's point of view is that he's a busy player, so Smith will not have to think about taking that risk to keep the scoreboard ticking along, because if Carey is there, he'll score.
You mentioned, Ravi, that this is the best pitch that we've seen here in Dubai, certainly a better one than the last game against New Zealand. Given that, with hindsight, which is the better balance for India, would you say, the 4 spinners or the extra seamer?
I think if they knew this pitch was like this, they might have thought, even today, they might have been pushed to think in the direction of Harshit as well. Having said that, if you lose a couple of wickets here, and Australia don't have much batting, then the spinners can really get on top of the opposition. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Full face of the blade, just chipping it down the ground for a couple. He's done that from the outset.
Yeah, the very good part of this innings from Smith is control. All he did was to just control that straight drive, didn't go really hard with that drive. Wanted that placement